And I'm coming back with another Mommy and Me God vlog video. My bad, I was trying to check something. Hopefully it's not messing up my snooker book. But I'm probably not gonna be on here long this go round. But what I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all about is actually a couple of things, but I could probably sum it up. But one of the things is this: be aware of yourself and then be aware of the people around you. And the reason why I say that is because there are, I'm gonna start here at the root, right? When it comes to your family, for one, your family is so important because they are literally your practice. You know how God say that in his word, I think he say how like your first ministry is your family. And I've never read that scripture like for myself, to be honest. But when it comes down to that saying alone, it's kind of true for everybody, because think about it. When you look into the world and how everybody is trying to get into love, everybody is trying to get married, everybody want to start a family, but how can they start a family and they don't really know how to be family? And notice that I said they don't know how to be family. You get what I'm saying? It'll be a lot of people in your family starting off now, because think about what I'm talking about right now. When I say that you're starting off with your family, and then there are people that will be within that first ministry, your family, within that ministry, there will be Judases. You get what I'm saying? There will be people who are having the same heart posture as Judas. Now, these people that's in your family that are not necessarily trustworthy, you are going to have to learn how to forgive, love, and let go. And the reason why I say that is because as I'm speaking right now, I'm just realizing what Jesus did when it came to Judas. He loved him, he let him go, and he forgave him as well. You get what I'm saying? Like, he didn't try to really come for Judas. But see, this is the thing. When God say that your sin is going to chastise yourself, that's a part of it, because Judas ended up doing what? He unalived himself behind what he did to Jesus. You get what I'm saying? But when it comes to people that are in your family, try to beware as well that they don't know either how to love, or they just don't harvest love. And this is why it's like it'll pour out on so many people, or it'll either even be pouring out on you. You get what I'm saying? You might be one of them people that just have this black sheep lifestyle when it comes to your family. And let me clarify this though, because a lot of people, they tend to say, oh, they're the black sheep because they're God's chosen. But some people be the black sheep because of their own heart posture, because of their own behavior, the decisions that they've made towards the people who are really, in a way, your second backbone right after God. Like, God is always your first backbone, because people will never not let you down. No matter how perfect they are, they will never not let you down. So with that being the case, your family is like the second backbone, but it's like within this structure, you learn how to love, how to forgive, how to stick together, and how to let go when it is truly necessary. And those people that are in your family that you let go of, those are the people that God has already exposed. He's spoken to you about them. You get a nudging in your spirit, even if you've never saw nothing about these people. Because let me tell y'all, there are plenty of people that I have never saw nothing in the physical. Like, I've never saw them do anything in the physical, but God will expose them in the spiritual. And then eventually I'll start to see things in the physical. Like, oh, okay, cool, because now I see exactly what it was God was talking about. So you will probably be getting a nudging in your spirit when it comes to certain people, and you may have no reason to get that nudging. And when I say nudging, I'm just saying, like, it'll be this feeling of something not right or something is off. I don't know what it is, because I like these people. I like these people, but it's just something that I always feel off of them. And I don't know why, because I like these people. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes that will occur. And see, this is the thing. This is why I'm speaking about family right now, because your family, literally, it will mold you for that next step in God. For that, and when I say that next step in God, notice that I said in the beginning that your family is your first ministry, right? So now when you step out into the world, hey, Edison Rodriguez, I think that's the last name, Rodriguez. But yeah, notice how when you step out into the world, that is your second ministry, right? That's where you will bump into more people that you can genuinely love, people that will genuinely love you. Blessings, you get what I'm saying? People in general, new connections, all of that, right? New bonds and etc. But then you're going to come across the majority of them who are not going to have good intentions for you, who are not going to be easy to love, who probably will never have a pure heart when it comes to you. You will never have a bond with them, right? Or they will betray you, all these things, right? But because the family structure has already taught you, because within your family, think about it. Y'all know Judas only had 12 friends, 12 out of the whole world, and even one of them could not be trusted, right? So think about it. When you're growing up in a household, majority of families is from the size of like 3, we're gonna say 2, from the size of like 2 to maybe 8 people, 2 to 8 people, right? And see, with this, you are always going to have a mixture, because even when you have siblings, cousins, whatever that you grow up with, parents, even when you growing up with these immediate people, you still get a mixture of the world within that. And in a way, that is how your family becomes your first ministry, your first experience, and your prep. Your family is like your preparation for when you go out as an adult and separate from your family, and now you are an immediate child of God. Because although you are an adult, you're still a child of God, right? So with that being said, now that you're out in the world, you're coming across those same experiences that you experienced as a child, that you conquered as a child, which would be love or betrayal within your household. So just understand, though, when y'all dealing with family and etc., first and foremost, learn how to deal with your family. Learn how to love them. Learn how to forgive them. Learn how to become at peace and etc. So that when you step out in the world and you come across those same type of individuals, people that you may grow a bond with, but then you learn that they aren't for you, or they never really was loyal to you, and etc. When you bump into them type of people, you will already know, like, oh, I know how to deal with this. Trust me. I learned from my cousins, people like you. You get what I'm saying? And honestly, a lot of the time, see, you got to know how to shift your mind to take out the lesson so that you can always be growing, changing, and conquering. You get what I'm saying? So even when it comes to your closest people, like the biggest betrayals I ever went through was from my family. So when it comes to people in the world, it be water under the bridge. Oh, my mama. And that's why, though, this is why I'm even saying this, because it's really from experience, where it's like I've come across people close in my family that have done the biggest betrayals. It's like it don't get no deeper, it don't get no bigger than that. So when I go out into the world, now I know how to conquer and overcome and let it go. You get what I'm saying? So when I say to just learn how to love your family, switch the narrative, take the lesson, grow from it, move past it, and connect with the people that are for you. And see, this is another thing too, to realize when it comes to family. It's always beneficial to be able to pinpoint and accept your Judas. You get what I'm saying? I don't have nobody that's really a Judas in my family for me right now. Like, don't get me wrong. I got people in my family that, like I said, got to give me that nudging about them. But I don't feel no type of way, because at this season of my life, I'm cool with whatever God say about whoever. I don't care. It could be my mama. Whatever God say about you, I'm cool with it. I don't care. You a human being. Do what you do. Feel how you feel. Be who you are. Because I'm going to be me and do me no matter what it is or what nobody doing. You get what I'm saying? So that being the case, once you learn who those Judases are, accept them, look at them, and be like, okay, why are they even like this? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be some people in your family who literally, they're going to be an exercise for you. And that's fine. That might be all they ever are. You're going to say they literally could just be a muscle, an exercise for your heart posture, for your mental strength, for your growth and development. And this is why God gave me that word a little while ago when I was making the messages, and I was saying, God knows how to use your enemy for your good. He literally used Judas to bring salvation to the world. That was his whole purpose to come. But he said, you know what? Since you want to be against me, it's fine. Because I know how to turn everything around for my good. I know how to turn everything around for the good. Nobody is more swift than God. So listen, when you're dealing with people and you're falling out with people, you having issues with people, people betraying you, people saying things about you that ain't true, and etc. Please, first of all, let me point out this. Majority of the people who will have your name in their mouth, or they'll be ready to betray you, it's coming from a place within them. Trust me when I say that. You can literally be a trustworthy, honest, pure, no bad intention. You can literally be a person that's like that. And they will have something in them that looks at you, and they will just envy that about you. They'll envy that. And then y'all gotta understand that demons get stirred up. You get what I'm saying? Literally, demons get stirred up. They get offended. And y'all, I'm not lying. Y'all want to know how you know? It's because it's one of two people in the world. When you bring up God, people are either going, you're going to either feel the room, the spirit of the room is either going to shift to respect or offense. It's always one or the two. When you bring up God, people either they start walking and feeling that spirit, and they be like, hold on, wait, like I feel the presence of God, and they start getting in their God bag. Like they start feeling that spirit too, and they get uplifted and motivated to start being more into their spiritual walk, their purpose, and etc. Right? And then it's the ones that be like, well, that's not always the way. Get what I'm saying? It's always either respect or offense. It's always gonna go either way. And this is how you usually can pinpoint that it is something within them. It's usually those type of people, the ones who want to call you a goody two-shoes, the one who they always feel uncomfortable with your presence. Like when you get to talking, they do these. You know, they do them types of things and etc. But understand it's within them. And although they may be a Judas of your corner, it's fine because it will be for your good. People are your exercise. This is something my mama taught me. And although my mom, she's not in the faith, she be saying some good stuff sometimes. And you know what she told me? She said, some people are tools. And she said when she had moved to her area or whatever, she was like, she started saying it to herself a lot. Like, oh, okay, I see what you are. You're a tool. Because it's true. Sometimes majority of people, when you get around them, they are going to teach you something. And it's not going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's patience, whether that's love, whether that's grace, whether that's strength, whether that's self-respect, whatever it is, boundaries, all of that. People will teach you things. Let me tell you something. And it's always your enemy. Majority of the time, your enemy teach you something, because when people come around with the same foundation as you, I mean, iron will sharpen iron, but your enemies just, it's almost like the trigger can just be there. Talking about your mama spitting, you funny. But the trigger will be there. You get what I'm saying? To try to kind of like get you to grow. And the way God kind of uses your enemies is kind of like he always places you between a rock and a hard place. So it's kind of like you have no choice but to kind of just squeeze between them lines and do what's right when it comes to your enemies. So your enemies literally are always used for your good. They're always a tool. They're always a muscle. And a lot of people, it's easy to misread that. But either way it goes though, y'all, when it comes to your family, when it comes to the Judases, the enemies, and etc., it's not something that you got to internalize. And the reason why I got to point this out is because majority of your enemies are going to get you to internalize what is really within them. And I literally have watched this happen between people that I love. Like, I'll love both parties, and I'll look and I'll see, like, this is really your Judas. But this person can't see that this person is their Judas because of the role and the position of this person in the other person's life. You get what I'm saying? But because I'm on the outside looking in, I can hear it. I can see it. I can see how this person will literally, like, twist it, manipulate it, and put it back on the other person, on the other party. But really, everything that they're placing on them is coming from within the Judas. You get what I'm saying? It is coming from within that Judas. Like, for an example, it could be a person that'll be like, oh, they can't vent to you. They can't talk to you. You get what I'm saying? They can't talk to you about this, that, and third, but they can talk to me. But in all reality, that person may be trying to get you to feel like people can't come and talk to you because they've never been a person that people can come and talk to. You get what I'm saying? They've always been a person that was too, basically like judgmental, or they may even been just too whatever. This place done finally got them a little security guard. I'm sorry, but I'm not saying it like that, but they did. They needed it though, because I'm thinking like, all these parking lots, and then this is why they ain't got no, But either way it goes though, yeah, so you just got to know how to pinpoint your Judases and etc. Because what Judases come to do is to shift what's in them and place it on you. And the reason why they got to place it, and I'm not trying to be like, oh no, what them people be talking about, narcissists and stuff like that. I ain't talking about that. I'm just talking about bad people, bad heart postures, people that have not evaluated themselves in order to be healthy in society in a way. And nobody is perfectly healthy, but y'all get what I'm saying. But either way it goes though, those Judases is always coming to pour that hurt on you. The things that a Judas has never actually admitted, it's still within them. Okay, I heard this one guy say that you gotta feel it to heal it, and it really makes sense because you do have to feel things in order to heal. So the Judases are usually people who never took what's that word that I'm looking for? They never took responsibility. They never took accountability for the things that they've done, for the things that they've said, actions that they've made. And you'll notice that sometimes a Judas will have this standoffish heart posture, like this blocked off heart posture, where it's like they can't receive anything that you may be telling them. They can't receive it, and they'll be very hard to talk to. And the reason why Judases are hard to talk to is because, again, they haven't took accountability. And this is why a little while ago I was speaking so hard about accountability, is because accountability makes you grow. It literally strengthens your heart and your mind, because if you can point the finger at yourself and say, I've been bad, I've been a bad person, I've done this, I made this decision, or even deeper, if you can be like, I was a good person, I had good intentions, but I still did wrong, and this was the result, etc., etc., etc. If you can just point the finger at yourself, imagine how much easier it will be if somebody else came and said, hey, I noticed this about you. And then you can be like, shoot, I noticed that too. Actually, I noticed it a while ago, and that's why I had to change. I started doing this, that, and the third. But see, when you're talking to a Judas, a person who has done no healing, a person who don't spend no time with God, I promise you, these type of people, they aren't really spending no time behind closed doors. These are the type of people who will say things like, everybody in there do the same thing. Ain't nobody different. Everybody do this. Everybody act like that. They act like this one way, and then they leave out that place and they act another. You get what I'm saying? Those are nothing but results that shows that they've never healed anything about themselves, and that's why they look at everybody like they're all the same. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why they do that is because it's like they are still expecting the things from humanity that hurt them. You get what I'm saying? So they've never healed, nor have they ever took accountability. You get what I'm saying? So it's just in general, the people who don't spend time with God, that don't pinpoint their own flaws, that cannot take any type of correction and etc. And I had to work on this. But either way it goes, those are the people who usually can be Judases in your corner. And some people are not intentionally being Judases. But we gotta check our heart postures regardless, if it's intentional or not. We gotta check our heart postures, y'all, honestly, because if can't nobody tell you nothing, it's going to be very hard for you regardless in life. Like, life is going to be hard. You get what I'm saying? Because it's going to be hard for you to bond. It's going to be hard for you to trust. It's going to be hard for you to love. It's going to be hard for you to smile. It's going to be hard for you to see the good. It's going to be hard for you to move on, hard for you to grow, hard for you to see new things, go new places, become a new person. Everything is going to be hard if you can't be a person to receive. In order to receive, you have to be able to be corrected. You got to be able to receive correction no matter what it is. Have you noticed that people who haven't healed can't even receive compliments? Oh my God. Now that part probably hit somebody, because I know it's a lot of people that just can't receive a compliment because they haven't let go of the beating from the world. Like, they haven't let go of the things people said about them in elementary school. I kid you not, elementary school is like one of the most scarring places, because everybody is just, they rude, because kids are rude. You get what I'm saying? So you got 15 kids in one space and they all talking about each other. You get what I'm saying? And they talking about each other in front of each other. So everybody embarrassed, everybody belittled, everybody taking that jump home. And that's just what it is. But either way it goes, people harvest the pain from the world. You get what I'm saying? And they keep it with them. And they can't accept the good or the bad. And this is how people literally become so stagnant as people. They become stagnant in life in general. And you know what though, y'all? I was talking about this the other day. I gotta stop doing this. I don't know why I do that. Like, I grab my face like this. And it's really annoying. Like, sometimes when I see my shorts and I be like, you know what? I be like, why am I grabbing my face like that? But either way it goes though, y'all, yeah. Either way it goes though, when it comes to just healing, Judases, and all of those things, y'all, I done lost my train of thought. But regardless though, be a person that can receive, because the devil, first and foremost, let me get into this right quick. Speaking of elementary school, where all the pain starts, where all the torment, the jokes and everything, where all that start at, this is why it's important to pour God in confidence. It's going to be very important to pour Godfidence. I was trying to get the word out. It's going to be important to pour Godfidence into your kids though, because when they go out into the world and etc., the devil is not waiting on you. In fact, he's trying to get ahead of you. You get what I'm saying? And I understand we can't necessarily dictate who our children become, but just make it your goal, make it your job. You get what I'm saying? And one thing that I've learned with children, and I learned this before I had my baby, just watching my nieces and nephews and etc., being a child and thinking back on my childhood, one thing that I have learned is that you can say something one time to a child and they will grab it, own it, internalize it, and they will believe it. And that's why it's going to be very important. If you got children, be so intentional with your words. Even right now, I know my baby chunky because she a baby, but I literally be thinking like, let me get out the habit of even just calling her chunky. Not that I won't call her chunky, but I'm just saying things of that nature, just names, calling her names in general with certain things, because it's just like, you don't want to get used to it. You don't want to desensitize yourself, because words literally, like I said, you say it one time and your child can believe it. And I know this for a fact, because I remember when I was a kid, I'm over it now, I've grown past it, I'm done with it. I conquered that, put it behind me a long time ago. But I remember when I was in the 2nd grade, my stepdad, he was trying to help me with my homework. I think this was his first time ever helping me with my homework. And this about to be a word, because he called me dumb. I don't know if he meant to call me dumb, or because I don't even know I can't even remember how he worded it. I don't know if he said you was acting dumb. I don't remember. But I heard that word dumb. And I remember my heart literally, like, it just sunk. Like, it hurted. Like, that hurt me. That was the first time I had ever heard that. Or somebody had ever even called me that. Like, nobody had ever called me dumb before. But he said it one time, hence why I remember it like it was yesterday. And do y'all know that after that moment, I believed I was dumb. I literally believed that up until, I want to say, middle school. He said that when I was in the 2nd grade. How can I believe that for that long? But let me tell y'all, because it really built a monster. Because once I got to about 6th grade, I started going crazy. It was A's and B's. And once I got to the next school, I was there for about 1 month. And it was these ladies. It was a man and a woman. And they had these suits on. They walked into the class. I never saw them before. I didn't know who they was. But they walked in and they called me out the class. And they said, hey, you've been on honor roll for the past 6 semesters. Now, that means it went into my last prior year. And they said, even though I had been on honor roll probably for longer than that. But they said, hey, for the last 6 semesters, you are on honor roll and etc. We want to pay you to go to this school. But do you see how sometimes with Satan, because my stepdad was far from God, very far from God. You get what I'm saying? And he's so horrible today. It's like, and I really loved him like a father, but he's so horrible today. It's like, it hurt my heart to see what he became, to be honest. But either way it goes, and this is why I speak so much on, man, I've seen people who had a light and it left. You get what I'm saying? It left, like it died more and more and more, man. Y'all cannot allow the devil to steal your life, because I promise you, that is one of the people that I know that I have watched firsthand. The devil just stole their life, stole their time, stole the light, stole their children, stole their gifts, stole everything that God could have had for that man. The devil stole it through women, though. You get what I'm saying? Through women, and he literally just got worse. Like, I don't even know how he became that, because back in the day, I never would have thought he would have became what he is today. You get what I'm saying? But either way it goes, your words are very, you got to be very intentional. But either way it goes, when it came to that circumstance, they came to the classroom, they pulled me out or whatever, right? But see, the devil can try to plant something within you. But once you want, and let me tell y'all why I ended up getting on honor roll, because God always come back. And if you want it, and if you're willing to work, God will uproot what the devil put in you, what the devil have intentionally planted to destroy you. And let me tell y'all why I say this, because none of my parents were saved. My mom was not saved. My dad was not saved. My stepdad was not saved. None of my siblings were saved. None of my grandparents were saved. Nobody around me knew God. You get what I'm saying? So with that being the case, though, at this time, I still did not know God. But when God spoke to me, I remember, because I was laying in the bed. And this is what I mean. God will meet you where you at. So I don't know who this is for, but God will meet you where you at. And if you've been contemplating with walking with the Lord, choose God today. Because listen, at this time, I knew nothing about God, but God came and he spoke and he said, you're going to have to teach yourself. This was literally his words. He said, are your parents going to help you? And I remember answering. I said, no. I'm literally laying in my bed. I was a kid. And I said, no, because they've never helped me with my homework. So I know they wasn't going to help me now. So when he asked me that, I told him no. And he said, exactly. So you're going to have to figure out a way to do this yourself. And Lord, behold, I don't know what it was about the Lord's word, because I was a child at this time, but it stuck with me. And I literally started going to school with this supernatural drive. I don't know what it was. This is a word for myself. Now that I'm thinking back on this process, it's a word for myself, because I literally started waking up as a child every single day with this motivation in my heart. I said, I'm going to get A's and B's. I'm about to get this done. And for years, it just stuck with me. Every single day. I'm talking about, this happened to me when I was in second grade. As far as being caught dumb and all that. That was in second grade. Do y'all know I was in high school in the 10th grade? I came to my teacher. I said, what's my grade? Because I need some extra work. She said, Ananda, you got 110% in my class. Literally, you did the extra credit. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But it was because of that moment when the devil planted a seed. Then God came to me, gave me a word. I took it. I ran with it. Like literally, once he said, find out a way to do it yourself, I took that. And literally the next day, I started working every single day. Started getting A's and B's. Then the people came into my class, pulled me out of class. They like, oh, you've been on honor roll for the last semesters. We want to pay you at this school to do this, do that. Went and did that. Was blessed though. See, that's what happens. Even though I gave the money to my mama because we was going through what we was going through. But at the end of the day, listen, God can literally, when he comes to grab what it was, when he comes to grab you, if you grab on, if you don't be one of them people who like, he pulling you up, but your hand like this, like he got you like this, but you like this, like, no, don't do like this. If God doing like this to come and grab you and do a new thing and renew you and restore you, you got to do one of these. You got to do one of these and be like, God, I'm working with you. Now, wherever it is you pulling me, I'm trying to get there too. So I'm hanging on and I'm doing what I got to do, which is hanging on. You get what I'm saying? But either way it goes though, y'all. I know this word started off as family talking, Judases and all that. But listen, for whoever that's for, whatever God has spoken to your heart, it's time to put the work in behind it. And honestly, that's a word for myself. And that's why I got to stay consistent. That's literally why I'm staying consistent. I'm coming on here off of faith alone. You get what I'm saying? Even when I feel like I don't have a word, God has already told me what to do. So therefore, he's going to give me one. You get what I'm saying? And so whoever is on here and you thinking like, man, I want to walk with the Lord. I want to serve my purpose. And it's that and third. But you've been feeling doubtful. You've been feeling like, I don't know if God is going to deliver. I don't know if he's going to give me what I need. Or I don't have the faith to step out even when I feel like I have nothing. Please understand, even in his word, he said, be prepared to give an answer from the faith that's within you. So therefore, you're not going to always feel like, I got it. I got the answer. I got what I need. It's not going to always be that. Just follow the instructions. Whatever it is that you have offered in the name of the Lord, it can and will be blessed. You get what I'm saying? So just step out, get to work. Go ahead and do what it is he told you to do. You may not feel like you got what you need, but you have what you need. I promise you. So either way it goes though, y'all, I just have to come on here and get that off my chest. And live, love, and laugh, and leave, and live. I heard this church, they used to say this thing. I can't remember what they said. What they used to say, live, love, live, what they say? Love, live, and lead like Jesus. I think that's what they used to say. But either way it goes, hey, Ashley, girl, what is going on? I ain't doing nothing, y'all. I'm actually finna go in because I think somebody wanted to talk to me about something. I think somebody wanted to talk to me about something. Said, this is nice. I usually miss these, but you are speaking to me right now. Oh, wow. See, that's what I mean. That is exactly what I mean. Because I don't necessarily feel like I have anything to give right now at this moment. I'm just being obedient to what it was God told me to do. So listen, if you feeling empty and feeling like you don't have an answer, you do. Because God literally will show up. You get what I'm saying? And see, this is why as well I've been speaking on the whole not mimicking and mirroring and feeling like you gotta wait until you look like everybody else that may be doing something similar to what God called you to do. You don't have to look like them people to get started. This is why I say I'm not a prophet, because I'm not a prophet, and I'm not this and that and the that and the third, right? Because God is going to show up. I don't have to get on here and say, oh, I'm a prophet. Oh, I do cards and all that other stuff. You don't have to do all of that. You show up naturally. You invite God in the room. You be obedient behind closed doors. That's one. You have to be obedient behind closed doors. Because otherwise, God can depart from you at any moment. You know what I'm saying? But if you be obedient behind closed doors, God is already over your life. You don't have to prove it to nobody. And not only that, God sells itself. You know how they say crack sell itself? Yeah, God sells himself. You get what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. And either way it goes though, y'all, I'm realizing that more and more every day, honestly. But before I go, the vlog is dropping and it's gonna be Snook's birthday. I can't wait to do the next vlog because I'm actually thinking about my next vlog right now. And I think I want to do a vlog that's like with the studio and stuff like that. Just people who may even do music, may even get motivated to start doing music. I don't know, you know, but either way it goes though, yeah, I think that's gonna be my next vlog. I might have to take a road trip. I haven't figured it out yet. I know I told y'all that the closest studio that I found, and it had a decent price, and I actually liked the way it looked, was this studio in Hollywood. So I might drive out there. I might get to show y'all some stuff out there. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how it goes. I was thinking about my gas tank. I'm like, how much gas is gonna cost me to drive out there? But either way it goes though, y'all, yeah. So I'm gonna catch y'all though in the next Mommy and Me God vlog video. Y'all already know me and Snook gonna be back. We ain't going nowhere. So with that being the case though, I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. I'm about to go ahead and go in. I probably should do some more homework, but I don't feel like it. Yeah, live, love, laugh. Live, love, laugh. All right, I love y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next Mommy and Me God vlog video, y'all. Bye-bye.